Hello? Hello, folks. I am not yet posting that I am streaming because I'm finishing up some morning stuff. La 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 la. I'm doing my morning business. Then we'll get into housing. Games and toys. I should have tons of those. In case you're curious, this is what I do in the morning in addition to writs. Is most of my characters I've gone through the Vvardenfell quest line with, and then I do this, which is the crows every morning. I give them the treats they ask for, which are mostly junk, and the reason why is because you end up getting a possibility of getting an Ebon Shadow motif, which I did not get there, but that's okay because I got other things. Then we're gonna move on to the next step, which is I go to Southern Elsewhere on only this character, because this is the only character I've done all of the quest line and dailies for the Dragon Guard, and get the box that's down here. There's a box that you can collect every day once you've done the however many. Hey, Ari. So here it is, and I'm just gonna take mine for the day. What'd I get? Anything good? Got a rugged document pouch. Oh. No, nothing terribly good, but I'll live with it. Okay, what did I sell? A temper. And then I'm gonna just list some things for sale, and then we'll get started. That's where I wanna go. So the cat I was looking at, Nemo, got adopted, which is actually a good thing, because I don't know that he would have fit perfectly into what I'm looking for, so we'll see what else happens. Good morning. Let me tell you about contests, shall I? Today is the 26th. Which means there are only 3 left that I know of. And these are they. And I'm looking forward to seeing the contest that Sonia does, because I mean, if it works for her, maybe I could manage it too, but I'm shy. Excuse me. So let me just list a couple more things and then we'll get going. Nah. Alright, what do you want over here? What do you want? Live wire, we'll give you that. And then we give you a witch's tree. Lately I've just been listing the same shit over and over, even though it doesn't sell, because I just don't have inventory. I know I keep complaining about that, but it's the truth. No, we're not gonna go up that high. Spicy. And then Divine should have everything, and then Lucian, okay. What can I list for Lucian? Screw it. I'll just do one more of those, one more of those, and then we'll go. Ah!
Come close.
Lucian's my newest guild. It's the one I joined when whatchamacallit, BBC had an implosion and disappeared. As far as I can tell, there's no real news this morning. I don't think they fixed anything in terms of the map bug or the missing missing from collections. We're gonna go over to EU right away, so I'm just gonna get the game up and go right over to EU. As far as I can tell, they haven't done that. So, yay. Today is Wednesday. I don't know if that means that J-Heart's going to stream or not, because he's been going off schedule lately, and I don't really know what to think about what he's going to be doing. I don't know why I did it that way. Let's do it this way. Excuse me. Pain. Thank you to Ash Bandicoots, Naniki? I never know how to say her name. And Kadzra for the follow. Alright, almost the wrong character. There we go. So I took Van Gogh, well, my husband took Van Gogh into the vet, dropped him off. He's been acting strange. Strangely. Man, I know better than that. He's been acting really strangely, and we were both kind of concerned about this behavior change. So the vet took a look at him and said that they didn't think they saw anything wrong except for possibly arthritis in his hip. His pee came back fine. His physical inspection, we did an x-ray because we were concerned it might have been his back. That came back fine. So we're only waiting on the blood test. Once we get the blood test, then I can totally breathe a sigh of relief and know that my second cat isn't gonna friggin' die on me right now. I really don't need that. Why did I do that? Moron. He's been hiding, and he's been spending a lot of time sleeping, and he's been walking a little weird, my husband says, but I didn't notice that part until maybe this morning I saw him doing it. He's been eating very lightly, but he always has, so we weren't sure if that was something. I don't know. Maybe we're both just paranoid right now because we lost Grant, but what are you gonna do, right? We're paranoid kitty parents. But, so Nemo's adopted, so that leaves Fergie, and the Fergie is this kitty that I was looking at. She's the big cutie white one in the middle. But I don't know if we're gonna do that. It depends on whether she gets adopted or not. I would want to get Chippy, because Chippy's been there the longest, but Chippy has to be a solo cat, and we're not going to exactly get rid of Van Gogh just because Chippy needs to be a single cat. So this is the story of my life. This is how I think. I only ever really talk about and think about cats and the game. Because I'm a dork. Dork! Yesterday's stream, I did a whole big stream on shopping and and I'm really not happy with it. I really wasn't happy with how I handled it. So what I was going to do is write a little lesson plan out and then go through that and try to be clearer, simpler with steps and everything to make it more understandable. There are nuances we can have, but I think it was getting too complicated, and I need to figure out a way to present it better. I don't know. All right, we haven't been here in a while, so let's see. What do we have? Arwen 13 Hollow Lunar Champion. Arwen. MM listing for Nemo now. Like I was just saying, we're still waiting on the blood results, but Van Gogh looks like he checked out physically fine. He checked out his pee was fine. His x-ray was fine, except for a sign of some arthritis in his hip. So we're waiting on the blood results, and then we'll know whether or not everything's okay. I mean, the reality is he's not riddled with cancer. So that was the big fear, was, you know, maybe that's what he has going on, but it's clearly not cancer. So whatever it is, it may be just the arthritis that has him acting strange, but he's not dying is the point. He is not dying, and that is really a relief to those of us who have just recently lost a kitty in the last 2 weeks. Yeah, he's just been a little butthead. I mean, let me show you something. Like, I'm kind of embarrassed to even show this because he's a good kitty most of the time, but he can be really a little jackass. I don't know if I have it in here, but he bit me a while back, and my husband interceded on my behalf, and he's not evil, he's just, he's very damaged. He's a damaged animal. That's really what it comes down to. He's just damaged. And I feel sorry for him. You know, this isn't his... Yeah. Let me forward this to myself so that you can see this. It's kind of messed up. He's, I mean, you have to remember, he was thrown out into a barn when he was an indoor cat. Thrown away by, what, 3 owners? Oh, poor guy. I'm not gonna give him up. Oh, this is beautiful. Look at this. Look at this. What a great serene entrance with a nice framing with the jester's trees and the lights and everything. I'm waiting for the picture to come through and then I'll show you what I mean. He's 90% of the time, Van Gogh is a sweet, snuggly boy who likes to lick your face and lick your fingers, and he likes to snuggle, and he's a good boy. The other 10% of the time, he is capable of what he did to my husband. So the cat bit me, and then my husband interceded to get him away and disconnect him from me. And that is what Van Gogh did to my husband when my husband was trying to separate him from me. That is horrid. And that's what we're talking about. He's got issues. He's normally a decent kitty, but he has issues. So, I mean, he was on high alert, and we don't really know why he bit me in the hand to begin with. I had this, I still have it. I have a big deep scar because he bit and then he dragged his mouth along it, and so I have this like tooth gash. So it's happened now like 2 or 3 times where he just flipped out. Like he was totally normal, and then he just flips out, and I don't know why. But it was really sad because look at that. That's brilliant. They took that Khajiit light and buried it in the sword, so it looks like a piece, like a gem in the sword or something. That's really smart. So I don't know. I don't know why he's acting that way. Nice use of the time of the hourglass. He's a problem. He's a problem child. But we knew that adopting him, right? We knew that. We knew he was going to be a problem. And when you adopt a kitty, you adopt them for life, no matter what. So that's what we did. And we'll deal with it. And we'll put up with the times that he loses his temper and becomes a little wacko. Because that's what you do when you love somebody. You work with it as much as you can. The other surprise is the vet. Oh, that looks great. The vet told us yesterday that they think he's 15 years old. That's their estimate. When we adopted him, we were told he's probably 11 or 12. So, according to our records, he would have been 12 or 13 at the oldest. So that was news. But that's just all estimates, so who the hell knows? This looks phenomenal, Arwen. I'm really impressed. You've made such a serene and gorgeous job here. And, like, look at this. Between the smoke, or the fog, rather, and the waterfalls and the falling petals and the flowers all around and the butterflies and everything, it looks great. And the torch bugs. You know, you just deal with it. You deal with it, right? As much as it sucks, you deal with it. Yay, you built out! Beautiful. I love your building out. I actually really like the residing of the walls and using of the window shades. Those are crown only, but that I wish they weren't, but they are. Very well done. This strikes me as a house that was done very deliberately and very carefully with love. Somebody had an idea of what kind of place they wanted and really put care into each selection. You don't always get that feeling from things. Sometimes you feel like things are just inspired, and then other times you see something that's like, okay, this person not only was inspired, but they chose each thing very, very carefully. And this is lovely. Probably the prettiest interior of this house I've seen, and they gave it a second floor. Usually most people either close this off or ignore it, and hey, that's a cute thing to put on top of the bedstead. It looks good. Good job. I mean, I miss my Grant. Like, the last 2 days I've had crying fits because my Grant's gone. Vvardenfell Sea Villa Brevi. Hello, Bum! Because I miss him, because he was a snuggle bunny. He never bit me. He never scratched me. He never did anything bad. He was just this super well-behaved kitty. So I've gone from that to trying to cope with little guy being a little shit about and acting out. So we're doing our best. We're doing our best. Gremlin. You named him Gremlin? That makes sense, though. Look, pathing! Away goes the... I can't wait to see all the pathing that people do. So this is Galen, this is Brevi. No effects. And we've got an arrow. That's helpful. Hey, that's a really good idea. If you wanted to use this in combination with EHT, you could have the guy say, hey, follow me, right? And then you follow the little dude, probably without pauses like this. But that's what you could have them do, is say, hey, follow me. Oh, that's funny. Hello, Porto. I don't think you're the only one in Germany right now who's on. I'm not certain, but oh my goodness, what did you build? Something amazing is out there. I love Galen. For views, it's my favorite house, period. It's just gorgeous. It's gorge. What did you make? This looks like a spider egg almost. Curious. Curiouser and curiouser. So, wow, there's a lot going on in here. So this is a reverse, using the negative space pool that's eating me. Excuse me while I try to get out of being nommed. That's really a messed up fountain, by the way. You put a fountain in there that is in the middle of the slaughterfish. People are tempted to go inside it. Look at the pets moving. I love this. The little jellyfish going in a circle around this. This is fantastic. I can't wait to redo all of mine. But this is gorgeous too, because look, you've got the tree, the woman tree, like kind of melded almost into the walls here with the flowers and the ivy. It looks like it just belongs, like it kind of just grew there, which I guess is the point. And then the Ashlander throne, which is odd because you don't usually see that anywhere, so it's nice to see something different. Gorgeous views. Hard to not have gorgeous views when it comes to Galen, though. I mean, it's... Oh, that's really nicely done. Connecting all those. Seeing lots of original stuff here that I've never seen before. That's cobbled, obviously. Actually, this whole house isn't here, so this is all hand done. No music? Okay. What's on this? Oh! Everybody's walking around! I love this. I love the pathing. I don't know what I want to do with my pathing, but I think it's clever. Those make good babies! What a great idea! What a clever idea. I'm gonna steal that idea. Thank you. So smart. Alright, let's see if there's anything in the house or elsewhere. Yeah, they're creepy babies, but aren't all babies slightly creepy? I may have been showing my bias a little bit there. I mean, I obviously like cats more than I like babies, so my bias may be showing. This little guy's coming back. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Oh, research. All right, did you close it off? You closed it off, okay. I like it. I like it a lot. If I missed anything, let me know, but I think it's a really cool, totally different thing than other people do. Lakemire, no, let's do your Matthiessen, Dark Eminence. I haven't eaten a baby in a really long time. Is J-Heart doing something on EU? I just saw him log in. He has been usurping my time period lately. Not that I actually care. Nope, he's not doing anything. He's just creeping. Are you guys working on any housing projects, or is real life eating you? So, this doesn't have a name. We've got some antiquities right off the bat. And a lovely interior fort coming in here. What's in there? You know, that's actually pretty sensible, because aren't cagoodies really, sorry, it's too hot for that, too aggressive? Oh, understood. Never feel like you have to put me before work, jeez. Cagoodie. Or am I thinking of owlets? I'm not sure if cagoodies are aggressive, aren't they? I think they both are. Owlets and cagoodies. Very nice. So, this is great. I love when people put platforms for the bed. Your King Olaf thing going. I want to see that. I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see what you're going to do with it. I mean, it is in this time period, as I understand it, that it's already happening. The King Olaf thing is already happening. It's not out of time sequence. Wow, look at those colors. That is a brilliant, I mean, look at the way that the colors just draw your eye, and the direction of the carpet that's very bright brings your eye to that, which is the same colors. So this is just really cool. And this cobble is really cool. If you ever want to do chopped meat, you just take a second one of those and you sink it into whatever you're on, you know, the table or whatever you use as a block, and then it looks like you have two pieces. It's a really clever magic trick looking thing. Very neat. Nice kitchen. Very nice. Somebody is better at hanging paintings than I am in real life. My front den, my front room when you come in, has had paintings and pictures waiting for, had for like literally 4 years, because I couldn't figure out how I wanted to hang them. And I was just overwhelmed at the thought of even trying, because I was like, they're gonna look terrible and I'll put holes in my walls, and oh. Finally I said to my husband, I'm like, please, just hang them anywhere. Make me be done with this. And he did, and it looked fantastic. He's better at that than me. I was overdoing it. This is a great little way to do it. The easel and painting and little art room with pictures along the side. I like this a lot. Okay, so we've done all this, so let's go out back. This is a lovely, elegant, decorated Matthiessen. It's no effects, 590 out of 600. Yeah, 600. Really, really nice. Got a stable over here. Handmade stable, because there's nothing here. Morning, Thorold. We're on EU looking at Dark Eminence's Matthiessen and their trash panda over here. Interesting lighting. I bet you this looks good at night, the way that it's lit. I'm not sure what they used, but I'm sure that it would be very interesting looking. Okay. Is that broken stone? Yes. We did a Hall Owner Champion. Lunielgreenleaf. I will be right back. Quick by break. I drank too much coffee. Good morning. Research, you were already here. You're saying good morning to Thorold. I'm being dumb. So, Alinor, Crest, Luniel. Okay. 0 effects, but... Oh, that's funny. This morning, a bunch of us were talking about lighting this house. And I was saying that depending on how you did it, you could hide certain lights. Because it is a darkish house, but what's funny about this is I think that the bluish light isn't just from those moon vines. Hi, Jemima. I think they also probably have a Varla stone in here, but it looks good. Because I don't think those are that bright, see? When you put them up there, there's not really that kind of brightness. So they must have one in there. And then this is a classroom. Look at that. And Tithys is teaching. Good morning, Grivart. We're on EU today. Nice way of dealing with this, sinking it in the floor. Gives you something to look at. Cafeteria, I suppose, since this appears to be a school. The lighting in here is interesting too because it makes everything look so shiny. Oh, they did that again. Okay, that looks neat. Whoa, very bright. Yeah, these Psijic orbs, maybe that's what the light bleed is going down below us. That makes sense now, actually. So it's not a Varla stone, it's these. These things are super bright, and they give everything a blue hue. So I'm guessing what they did, and there, of course, is a Varla stone right here, but I think it's the combination of all of these that's making it super, super bright. They turned off this stone, and then what they've got over here are two lights that are yellow-green, the Hualu salt lamps, and I think they're turning them on to kind of combat the blue light so that it ends up looking a little bit more white, the light, because it does affect, depending on what colors you mix, it makes the light a different color. But yeah, you got some light bleed and that's not your fault. That is part of the game. And they added an extra floor. Wow. I don't know that I've ever seen anyone add an extra floor up here. Huh. Yeah, I used to use them a lot, actually. I was just talking to Caffeinated about that. I used to use them all the time, but once I discovered that the clockwork tube, was better for lighting, I use that. Better for lighting, I think. Brighter. And here's another combination. So you got the Calanda stones, but with the blue light here, it actually whitens it out. Oh, this is lovely. So I'm guessing it's a Psijic school, but I mean, I suppose it could be any kind of school. Lovely. Beautiful. Nicely done. Who is that? Is that a bat? Yeah, that's a bat. Taken by nature. Oh, we just did Luniel. Let's skip some Luniels. Go to Marsalla's Captain Margaux, which has just been opened. Escape the rain. I've not been feeling well. I think part of the problem is, and I'm going to admit something horrible, on my calendar, I have every 2 weeks, my husband and I have the both of us on our calendar. The day that I have to give myself a shot for my RA, I give myself a shot every 2 weeks for the medication, one of the medications I'm on. I have another pill that I take daily, but this is Marsalla's 86 out of 200, room to grow, although it's really cozy for such a small space. I mean, this is actually pretty nicely cozy for something that's not full, like item-wise. May I make a suggestion? If you want this on, put a brazier underneath it. Just hide a brazier underneath them. And that way you don't have to buy something from the Crown store. Otherwise, if you like it like that, like it looks like somebody just left, I mean, leave it. But it's an option for you. This looks good. And there's a puppy. So yeah, every 2 weeks I'm supposed to give myself a shot. And mental shadow, archaeological shadow site. And both my husband and I forgot last week. I don't know why, we both missed it. My shot was 4 days late. So I was in agony and pain and suffering so hard for 4 days. And now I took it yesterday or the day before, I forget. And I'm still trying to get back up to normal, you know, because I was late on it. And I'm just feeling like shit. So clearly the medication is working, but I'm a moron. All right. Has J-Heart been here? No. Lots of people have, but not J-Heart. Good, so I won't be giving things away. Bye! The camel's leaving, folks. And he's going right through the plants. He doesn't care. He's like, see ya. I'm out. Camel would do that. Would leave it totally would leave the horses behind and be like, I'm outie. Camels are such little assholes that I would totally expect that. All right, so this is that new one, I think. I don't have this yet. A little bedroom added by adding 2 extra walls and a curtain. Nice. Nice sink, kitchen area. Want some eggs? I do. I'll just take the bread, gnaw on it. So, as much as I like what I'm seeing here, I also note that it is kind of uncluttered, and the reason why I point that out, well, there's a little bit of clutter, but it's because this is such a huge house that, I don't Oh, maybe it is kind of cluttered over here. That's clever with the clam. Yeah, the new update with the walk-in animals is fun. But it's such a huge house that it's really hard to furnish the whole thing without running out of items, you know? So I think that's part of it. Filame! Filame, filame. Statues. What is that? I don't know what that is. Statues. And this is the place above the waterfall. Oh, is that new head? This is that new head. I think. Isn't that the new one? This is Mental Shadow. I almost bought this house. I wanted this house because of this waterfall. I wanted to build right over this waterfall section in the lake. But then the dust storms just ruin it for me. I can't enjoy it. I wish I could, but I just don't. I like all the pokey bits sticking up. It just is so ruined by the dust. What are you sad about, Grivart? Is it the dust that makes you sad too? Because it makes me sad. Oh look, there's the telescope. Yes, smart. Very smart things. Looks like there's more up there that I didn't see. Yeah, that's true. I don't think that's coming though. They seem to suggest that that would be too hard for them. Well, they flat out said they thought it was going to be too hard for them if they did that. So they're not going to be like opening doors or using objects or anything because they flat out said it in the in ESO Live that that's not coming because they think it would be too difficult for them. They're like, maybe someday in the future, but not anytime soon. Why can't you do the interiors of your harem? Not enough women? Men? Whatever you're into? It's whatever you're into? Oh, no slots. Gotcha. That sucks. They did give us a lot this year, but you know, for some people, it's never enough. There's people on the forums who are just cannot stop asking, oh, let's get this little minor thing that will only make me happy. Oh, that's cute. Look how they're pulling it out of that box. That's funny. They're like, can we have this thing which is so obscure and that no one else has ever wanted and doesn't really help anyone but me? Yeah, why don't we have basket weaving too? Underwater. Let's do that too. Jackasses. People just want more and more. And they don't say thank you, they just say give us more. We've been ignored for so long. And we finally get paid attention to, and like the gratitude doesn't really seem to be there. Oh, no problem, Shart. Well, I mean, the guy works there. Cardi works there. The author of EHT works at ZOS. So he's... I mean, some of his ideas are being incorporated, I'm sure. I just couldn't tell you which one is... Because he's so good at... He's so good at... Oh, wow. More pathing. Keeping secrets, because, you know, obviously he'd get fired if he didn't, that I have absolutely no idea what he's working on. But when it comes out, we all know about it, but, I mean, it took a year for his first work to come out at all. And so it was like, it's hard to know what he's doing at any given time, and I wish I could say, but the thing was... What was it? I don't know. I can't tell you how that would work because I have a feeling they had to hand place those things. So who knows? This is cool. A lot of fun climbing areas. All right, see you later. St. Delyns, Mordor Tunning Cub. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Because he was responsible for precision edit. He did that in his free time. So that was what he was working on in his free time in the first year. I'm not sure what else they had him working on. It's probably performance. They probably have everybody working on performance, to be honest with you, except for the people who have to do new content. And since he's a UI guy, he's not going to be doing new content. He's going to be doing probably performance. I can't see them changing too much with the UI. So these guys are running around, these little Banekin shitheads. I hate Banekin. So this is fun. Look at all the things people are doing already with pathing. They're running around like little rats. This is crazy. Clever ideas. Maroon's Dagon. Very fun. Spooky and fun. This is Robots Jode's Embrace. This will be the second Jode's Embrace in a while. Holmarian's was the last. I like Jode's Embrace on the outside. Excuse me. Not so much the inside. If I could have my druthers, I would probably, you know, if I was super rich and didn't have to worry about money, I would buy all of these houses and work on all of them. But since I'm not, I have to think about which ones I want. This is 699 items and make intelligent choices. So in this case, I won't be buying this because the interior is just sucky. So I do like this side piece though with the river. Yes, they can go anywhere. They just can't open doors or anything like that. But yeah, they go up walls. You can have them go through the sky. You can have them climb things, stairs. They can fly. You can have them do whatever you want. They're really, really... Oh, that is bugged, isn't it? I'm not sure why it does that. You're welcome. That shouldn't happen. See, this guy technically is flying. There you go. Now he's back to flying. You could place him anywhere. I've been thinking, I really am going to suggest this, that they give us a pet fish. Because now that we have, we can't do it with objects, but we can do it with pets. If we had a pet fish, we could put a pet fish in a fish tank and have it swim around with nodes. That's twice today, huh? After you do it, port out of the house before you log out. Oh, that would be awesome. Look at that fireplace. That's spectacular. Look at that cobble. Really well done. I'm not even sure what this middle piece is upside down. I don't know what that is. But yeah, what I was told by Cardi is if you don't leave the house before you log out, a lot of times it won't save. Dwemer valve, huh? Yeah, I guess so. I didn't see the valve, so I was like, where is it? But it's under the bread. You're clever. Clever girl. Smarty pants. Very nice. Then, I wonder what it is. That sounds really odd. I'm not sure what that would be. Try repairing your game. Maybe there's something wrong with your game. I mean, I can't think of anything else that would do it, that you could do. Abner's creepy. This looks like a fighting room or a prayer room, maybe? Interesting. I think that that Dwemer valve makes me want to play with Dwemer valves now. Oh, that looks good. This statue looks really good with stuff in its hands. And look, they put a blue Psijic light and a yellow Meridia ball in their hands. And so he looks like he's casting at you. Looks really cool. Mini garden inside with rocks. Looks like we have a second floor too. Pray to Meridia. Pray. Oh, it could be Joan and Jode. That would be clever. I mean, she's got the same thing. She's got the Psijic ball and the Meridia, so I'm guessing that is Azura's got. It could be Dawn and Dusk, but it could also be Joan and Jode, and that would make a lot of sense. Very nice catch on that. If any of you aren't following me, please give me a follow. I'll never ask you for money. I don't need subs. I just need follows desperately. And that's all I'll ever ask you for. And if you would like, I have a Discord. If you're not part of it, you should. I have all the contests that I know about listed there with dates, and I've got all sorts of help and whatnot. That is really weird. Yeah, try repairing your game. I haven't heard anybody complaining about that. If I hear someone else complaining about that shard, I will tell you. I have no idea. You're asking the wrong person on that, Faye. You know me. I'm a potato. I know nothing about this stuff. So this entire room was added. There is nothing here usually. I am super impressed with this extra floor. It really looks good, and it's just so big. Look at all of the extra space. I think everyone who has this house should add an extra floor like this. That could be fun. I'd love to see what they can do with it if they don't run out of slots first. Yeah, I don't know. You are not semi-potato. You're a little potato in the fact that you're one of my potatoes, but in general, you know what you're doing more than me. If you could solo a world boss, I can't. Alright, what have we got here? We've got... I love this backyard. You're quarter potato? Alright, that's fair enough. Oh. Are you in a pierogi? Are you a quarter potato? Ah, no! I meant to go up on the edge. I'm a moron. Don't pay attention to me. See, this is why I'm full potato. I can't even jump up on a ledge. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Alright, so then you're a pierogi. You work. You're my pierogi potato. Shush! Shush! I'm terrible, I know. Alright. So everyone knows what... Oh, is that... That's not him. I thought that was the dead cat. It's not. No picking on me. Alright, you can pick on me. I don't care. I have a sense of humor. Alright, so we have a few little items placed up here. A few little items placed up there, including the dragon horn. Do we have the dead body anywhere? No. I do not see a dead cat anywhere. So, I mean... Okay, no, I don't see anything else of particular note except for the dragon horn. Oh, there's the dead cat. Am I a moron? Oh, bye! You're welcome! And I'll write you down. You want me to revisit. Oh, thank you! Eclipse, hi! Hey! It's been forever. Eclipse Nightwolf was in a guild with me. She was an amazing guildie who taught me all about sheets and running a bank. And she is a hardworking, amazing human being. This is Jode's Embrace. I'm not surprised you don't know it because it's very few people have it. It was for sale for a short time, only once, and I don't know if it's coming back, but it should. But Eclipse is a great person. So thanks for the follow, Eclipse. I mean it. I mean it. You were the nicest person to me. No, nothing in the dead cat. I am very disappointed. You need to add something to the dead cat, Mrs. Robot. Otherwise, really good build. Let's go to Bastion. Pandaemonium. Yeah. It's a rare house, but yeah. It'll probably come around again. I can't imagine they would only offer it for sale once ever. Right? So, I don't know. That was a good experience. I don't know if you're still in that guild. I left that guild a while back, mostly because I wanted to pursue other things. But, like housing, which is all I do now. Yeah, like, I've lost 2 guilds since then. AUT went poofed, and BBC went poofed. So now I lost them both. Oh, I'm so sorry. Picos. I thought Futerco made this. Oh, that's true. I thought that Futerco made this. Is this another version? Yeah, he probably would. He needs you. So, isn't that amazing? Handmade motorcycle, sanctuary sconce. These are the sunbird feathers. Makes it look like now you just need somebody sitting on it that has has in skelly form, so it looks like that movie. Really well done. But I could have sworn that it was Futerco. Maybe I'm on crack? Or did Futerco build this house? I'm not sure. Or maybe it's just somebody else did something different. Looks good. Looks amazing. I may have misunderstood the initial post, too. Yeah, the Reddit post money shot was done by Futerco, which is why... Yeah, Ghost Rider. That's why I was saying it looks like Futerco's. But it's because she was the one that was in the Reddit post. So I don't know if this is a copy or is it the original and maybe she made it here? I don't know. Or maybe it's a not exact copy. Maybe it's they did their own riff on it. Oh, so they did their own riff on it. Okay, that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. Hey, we all get ideas from each other. Nothing wrong with that. I just recognized the fire. Whoa. Whoa! I just looked up and realized there are giant bloody claws coming at me. This is scary. You know, we all get inspiration from each other. Sneaky Steely? I'm working on them. There's a second one coming that's going to be more clear. I have to edit it, but I had no energy yesterday. I'm still doing better. It just looks like a giant thing with claws that's going to eat me. There's also going to be a better MM video. I tried to do one yesterday. It just didn't work out the way I wanted it to. So I'm going to be writing up a lesson plan for that, or try to. Ooh, somebody bought a lot of dead guys. What is that? Is that new? This stand? I don't know that I've ever seen this stand before. Daedric. How did I never seen that stand before? Ew. Noms of people. Eating people. That is a gorgeous throne, by the way. Holy shit, that's a cobble throat. Molag Bal pack? Okay, I didn't get the Molag Bal pack, so that makes sense. I wish I had lights. Look at this. So you've got those handmade stone thingers. You just get this from a normal vendor. But then they used the Sithis door, or the Dark Mother door. Oh, you know what? So do we all. That's why we do these tours. People get ideas from one another. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a lot of times inspiration comes from the strangest places. But what I find is, I love this, by the way. What I find is a lot of times it'll be just one little small detail from something will just click with me. Like, let's say it was this. Like, I suddenly look at this cup with the chalice with the sweet roll on top of it. And I think, huh, I wonder if I could do something else with that sweet roll, like whatever, you know? And you go on a riff with it. I find that that's mainly the way that my inspiration works, is just by seeing a few little details sometimes will click. But the way that I know a lot, I've talked to a lot of really good cobblers like Chrysaea. Oh, good. You know I like your work, Faye. A lot of times I've talked to cobblers, like the people who can put stuff together that's just so creative. And I asked them how they came about figuring out what goes with what. Like, it's just shocking to me sometimes that they can figure out, if I put this with this, then it looks like a, you know, telephone or vacuum or something. Like, how did you figure that out? Oh my gosh, we have Hermaeus Mora. What a clever Hermaeus Mora. She's amazing. She's an amazing human person. Godhead. A Horna. 9-0. So this is a node. You have to get this node from the Crown Store. These are those cat's eye things. And I think they have, these are the achievement item eyes with the holders. So it makes it look like they're bloodshot almost. This is really cool. So what Chrysaea told me is that she spends literal hours and hours and hours putting things together in different shapes to see how they come out. So she'll just like, wow, what's down here? I'm scared. Am I gonna die? Yeah, probably. Oh, wow. What's this? What's this? What's this? Is this parkour? Am I gonna die horribly? What is this? Well, doesn't everybody need a crapper, really? What the? What on earth? What am I seeing? What? I guess so. I guess I'm under the map. Yeah, there's a stabby death counter. Cardi made it for me. He's my buddy. Well, how else am I going to get to the front if I don't jump? I don't think that's storage. I think we're looking at the inside of the house. See? Because there's that monster in the front. There's the chapel chairs with all the little dead guys. We're looking inside the house. That's crazy. All right. I'm not going to jump because I will die. I know it. Yeah, Cardi's my buddy. So he insisted that he make me, as a thank you for a lot of the stuff that I do for him, like bug testing or helping other people with bugs in EHT and promoting EHT and doing videos for EHT and all the other things I do. He insisted that I come in and he was going to take a screenshot of me. And I didn't know 100% why. And look at these. This reminds me of, what's his face? Waldar. Not Waldar. There's somebody who does these really cool curvy bits, and I forget their name. Maybe it was Waldar. Looks really good. And he goes and he takes this picture of me. Next thing I know, I have a death counter. I'm like, thanks. I joke about it, but it was really kind of fun. I appreciate it. It doesn't pop up when I'm not on stream, though. So when I die just normally, I don't get a death counter. It's only when I'm streaming that it pops up. I don't know how he managed to do it that way, but he did. Oh, wow. What a great first impression view when you come out of that little elevator section. This is really spooky and well done. How did J Hart have this on his stream when he's not even listed on the sign-in sheet? He must not have signed in. Naughty J Hart. This is crazy. And we could even see into this room when we were standing there. You could see all of this stuff. It was like a giant section from above where everything was invisible. I don't know how that worked. But this looks really cool. I'm impressed. Teaching me things I don't know. Today I learned. Alright. Thank you for the follow, Luna Romy, Raziel, Elams Haus, Velothi. So we're on EU, so I haven't seen these houses in a long time, but a lot of them are not going to be in English. So I don't speak anything except maybe a little bit of Italian. So if you know what something says in another language, if you tell me, I would appreciate it. I'm not going to know because I'm kind of not good like that. So a lot of times like Ula will help me with Russian or you know, stuff like that. Flimmy's helped me in the past too with other language stuff. Or maybe that was Dubat, I can't remember. But I do appreciate it. Velothi Reverie. I think there's a lot of German houses named like this one. I don't know what Elams Haus means. Obviously that's probably house. But I don't know Elams, what that means. If you guys know, tell me. E-L-A-M-S. And then we have 400 out of 400 items. This is Old Velothi, which is not one of my favorite houses. Oh, you can. But I do suggest, I mean, they're using their coals, which are worth a fortune. And this is... Okay. Oh, look at that cobbled stove and oven. Apples, bottoms of mugs, bottoms of a pan. I don't know who Elam is, but I'm assuming the owner. It looks really good. Putting the cabinets up there, but sinking the lights into them. Very clever. Huh. What a cool sink. I've never seen one do that. Oh, okay. Gotcha. This is probably a fridge, a very modern looking fridge. This is 2 cabinets put together with cups and I'm not sure what that is. Something with a flat edge. Not sure. But like I was saying before and got completely distracted by myself. Sometimes you just take items and you flip them around and you play with them until you can imagine them in different ways. What would they look like in different ways? This is on... I can't open these doors because it's unlimited visitor. And then, you know, she comes... You know, we have Chrysea coming up with insane stuff because of that. I don't have a mind that can see things like that. Shower. Nicely done. I'm pretty sure that's the bottom of one of those red guard things. Hammer, you think? Not sure. Oh, a nice heated spa. Or sauna, rather. Very nice. Come here and relax. I get a lot of ideas from other people, but I couldn't say that I'm creative enough to come up with something, some sort of cobble that no one has ever thought of before. I'm more of a researcher than I'm anything. So they refloored this section. And I like it because by doing that, they've used these limestone stairs, and it kind of makes a curve around the statue. It makes it a curve, like, so you get this straight, and then you've got a curve, and that looks really nice. A little pretty garden, and then some place to pray. I like. Nicely done. Nice cozy little backyard. Except when it rains. And then you get wet. Sea code! Sea code, are you on? I'm not going to do it unless you're on. Tankwave, Old Mistveil. Sea code watches enough that I'm not going to go look at his house without him on. I've had that song completely stuck in my head for days. The Glamorous Life. I don't know why. And I usually sing it with meows or something. Oh, padding! Hello. Oh, look at all the padding. Riften House. We got piggies and woofs and dead meat everywhere and skulls and Banekin trapped where they belong. Oh, nice forge. Looks like the fire is out of control, which is great because forges do have like really serious fire, so I think that looks good. Although controlled, yes. Eek. What's on the other side? I can't tell you the answer to that because that is, I mean, even in the United States, it's state by state what the laws are for landlord-tenant, let alone what it's like in, you know, the UK or Ireland. Rather. Sorry. So, I don't know. So we've got a bar in here with all kinds of cups that you get your own choice. Do you want a Nord drinking horn? Stop walking away from me, lady. Jerk. Everybody's eating pumpkin soup. I mean, generally when I was renting, I knew the laws of the state that I was renting in, but I couldn't tell you. I would bet that if you looked up Ireland landlord-tenant rights, you may find that they're not allowed to do certain things, but that's a good question. Yeah, I would believe it. Look at this little science room. It's so packed full of stuff. It's great. You know, you've got two of these chests so that the clutter looks like really full. And you've got the stuff that we were talking about at the crafters that you can get, plus the shadowy supplier's blood. And we've got the packs from the global achievement vendor, and this is from the alchemist, and this is from the alchemist, and you know, you're able to fill up so much. This is from the thieves merchant, you know, all sorts of cool stuff, really filling things up without even having to buy, you know, crown items if you don't want to. This is from the enchanter. You can buy the laundry. It's from just a furnishing vendor. It's like 100 gold, and I love them because it makes everything so lived in. Of course, this is an achievement, not achievement, this is a Lux item. This is the white Reekling pelt. Not a huge fan of it, so I never buy it myself, but it is one of the few white items in the game. So even though it's dirty white, there you go. Well, that depends on where you're in. If you're in Ireland, and it says that, because it's different depending on country, state, all of that. So make sure that you get the proper one for your location. I know you're smart enough to do that. Disco! Are you resettled yet? Or are you still on the road to your new home? This is fun. This is a fun house. I love the pathing. You've put work into it. It's fun. You should show J-Heart this house. Yeah. Oh, okay. This time, timesquidastern, Ample. Everybody's moving right now, or trying to. By yourself? Is she working? Does it matter where in Ireland you are? Do they divide it down to like county? Because I think in the U.S. the states vary. I don't know if the landlord-tenant law depends on county in you know, Ireland or not, or if it applies to all of it. Is she at work? What does she do? Okay, so somebody sunk the calendar in here. I wouldn't want my husband packing my makeup. Oh, Elder Scrolls, hello. Oh, goodness. I need to do some shout-outs because they've got lots of streamers on right now. Shout-out Disco Sleaze. We're going to do shout-out Ula Kapala. Oh, good. Shout-out Elder Scrolls TV. Who else is on? Is there anybody else on who's a streamer that I may have not seen? Just because it's half the size of it doesn't mean that they don't have county-specific rules. It's like municipalities. New York City is, you know, has its own municipal rules. What am I supposed to do? Give you wrong information? I just want you to be specific. I mean, Wyoming has its own rules, right? And Wyoming is probably got 10 people in it. You're welcome. Something silly like that. So look at what timesquidastern has done. They've completely redone Ample Domicile to look like this. It is no longer a poop house, folks. It's something entirely different. So they used the elsewhere floors, and they still put plants in though. And they added this little shed over here. This looks very good. In fact, that's one of the cleaner sheds I've ever seen done with reeds, because with the odd shaping, it's often hard to do this, but this looks fantastic. I wonder if how did they manage to get around? They just did a good job on it, that's all. Okay, well, you taught me something. I didn't know. They added, well, see, in the U.S., we have levels of laws. It's the federal system, so, you know, you have the federal government, we have state government, we have county government, we have municipal government. You're under so many different rules by different people. I see. Oh, look at this! A little outdoor bathroom. That's great. With a waterfall over the pole and all of this kind of stuff. Well, in theory, we're in a democratic republic, theoretically. Although, you know, one could argue right about now, but in general, that's what we're defined as, a democratic republic. So inside the poop house, it no longer looks like a poop house. I'm super stoked by this. Look at these roofs, and the walls are redone. Oh, I love this. What a fantastic redo of Poop House. The mirrors for windows look great. Yeah, we are complicated, but, you know, I went to school for that. That's why I'm a lawyer. I understand these things. Ooh, treasure and storage and all that. This looks really cool. What a complete different take on Ample. I've never seen one like this. This is really neat. I like TimeSquid. TimeSquid does some really fun stuff. And I just have to say it. The wiggly broccoli over here makes me happy. Yeah, but you know, even in the US, laws vary so much, it's hard to say. Coldharbour, xologamer. Well, yeah. What? Which? Redoing all of it on the interior money shot? Are you entering the restaurant one, Money? For HFB, you're in the HFB with me, right? There's a restaurant contest for the end of the month for Housing's Finest Builders. I entered it with a Whoa! This is really freaking me out when I'm walking into these new homes and, like, things fly by. Another challenger will see us in the arena. The champion NPC. xologamer's Coldharbour Surreal Estate. 11 effects, so some of these are clearly NPCs talking at us. Oh, okay. And then we also have Banekin running around like lunatics, which is really what they are. Once I was an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow in the knee. Oh my goodness, which way do I go? This is Coldharbour, it could be anywhere. Daedric Rock and lava. These are lava plugs, I think, which you can buy. Hi, sweetie. Adoring fan. They used the actual NPC here. And they've created arena seating, and then the arena in the middle. Not the first arena I have seen in Coldharbour, but each one is significantly different. The Lusty Guardian Maid. I'm just cleaning up my hard broom. Yeah, I know. People are weird. The arena announcer. Here are 2 new gladiators. Begin the fight. Somebody really wanted this to feel alive by using lots of NPCs. Which is all, in case you don't recognize it, that's Essential Housing Tools doing it. Yeah, it's fun. It strikes me as somebody who has a really good imagination and can completely imagine, like, the actual fight happening here. Somebody who, like, one of those people who can play with their action figures and, like, create a whole plot in their head. Like, I can't do that. I used to as a kid, but I lost that ability. A lot of people say writers are the people who haven't lost that ability. They're able to do the conversations in their head because they're still able to imagine as if they had little dolls. So, oh no! Oh, poor piggy. I want to free the pig. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Go away, little fly. Dullfish grow aurum. I guess that's him. Yeah, I'm very jealous of people's, jealous? No, envious of what people are able to do. Yeah, well, you do these enormous builds that I do enjoy, but you do enormous builds, let's be honest. Alright, let me turn down this corner I almost missed. I just wanted to make sure I didn't miss anything else. There seems to be a corner over here. Yes, I found a sneaky sneaky. Where does the sneaky sneaky go? Where, what? Huh? Confused. Where am I going? Oh, into the arena. You know, I never used to run out of slots. It was super easy for me to stay within the numbers, and I was always like, how do people run out of slots? Then I started building stuff, like, you know, actual houses within them, or adding floors or whatever, and you end up running out really quickly of slots, because when you're trying to build something yourself, it tends to always be like that. Are people's heads just laying around? Jealous and envious are different. Let me pull up the exact description in English. Envy means discontented longing for someone else's advantages. Jealousy means unpleasant suspicion or apprehension of rivalship. Envy is most often used to refer to a covetous feeling towards another person's attributes. Most people use jealous to mean the same thing, but okay, bye. Ow. There's a whole long blurb on it. I'll link it. It's Merriam-Webster. You're welcome. If you feel the urge. Alright, moving on. This looks great. If I missed anything, xologamer, tell me and I'll come back and look at it. That goes for everyone. Oh, I think we're done over here. Well, we'll look at other things by people that we may have looked at some of it already. Like Dark Eminence or something. Let's see, what else do you have that's small? Blackvine Villa, we'll do Taken by Nature. Jaw. And we still have stuff on NA we can look at. Here we go. Jealous is also encountered adjectively to refer to someone's unwelcome feelings in a romantic vein, typically in which one harbors suspicion of infidelity or the possibility that one loves will be stolen away. An important distinction here is that envious will not serve as a substitute for the use of jealous. He was always a jealous husband cannot be changed to he was always an envious husband. I always pictured jealousy as, in that sense, like somebody who's protective of what they've got and jealous and suspicious of everything that happens. Oh, I understand. I'm sorry. It is a small slotted area. It really is. Look at this lovely garden with all the grasses. That's really clever. I like the use of the grasses here. So I prefer to say envious if I wish I had someone else's talent. This is Taken by Nature, which totally feels taken by nature, but spiders are not happy things. I would abandon this house too. I'd be like, I'm out. Yes, Othello was a jealous man. Crazy. Alright, I'm going to head back over to NA, because we have things we can do over there. Othello! And then after I log out today, I'm going to work on editing videos. So I'm going to hopefully have another thiefy video for you soon. You know, the only thing I can say about that, Jemima, is that I think that in some cases the new structural pieces that, I don't know if you used the roof or whatever. Oh, you're not doing the outside of the house. You're doing the inside of the house, aren't you? Then I don't have an answer for that. If I was gonna say, if you have the new roofs and whatnot, you could probably get away with using bigger pieces to solve that problem. Oh, okay. Yeah, it is limited. I wish they had just even given us 700 slots instead of 600. That would have been nice. Oh, good! Stealing stuff is fun. You don't make a lot of money doing the ones that I've shown you, but they're fun. I mean, you can get a big hit off of something every so often. You can get something amazing. But for the most part, it's just for fun. Merkmar, you can get things that are worth hundreds of thousands of gold still. Western Skyrim, of course, is good for that. And the new Nuke Thirst is good for that, although it's not really stealing. But those are the ones with the big money. I mean, if you're going to steal in Alinor or elsewhere, you're probably not going to make a lot of money, sadly. But they're fun. I could do a stealing series and just do every single town, because that's how much I steal or stole. I literally have every single town mapped out as to where I steal, because when I first started, I had no money and I had no other way to make money. I wasn't in a trade guild. I didn't know how to trade. Eventually, I went into a trade guild because I stole so much that I eventually needed to sell it. And that's when I found out all about trade guilds. So that worked out. Yes, I'm a terrible influence. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Terrible person, too. I'm horrible. Alright. Let's do... Come on. We have nothing? We have not done a Grand Psijic. Let's do... Wait, we did, didn't we? I'm not 100%. I don't think we did. Yeah. Gadolyah's War College. Let's go there. But, you know, I didn't really understand the game. Yeah, I mean, that's actually not bad, especially if you're using the rugs. I use the rugs a lot. I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's, you know what I like to do when I'm feeling burnt and I just want to turn off my brain? I'll do a Merkmire run, or I'll do something like that. This has 649 items. Okay, so we'll do this. And, but, you know, back in the day when I was first starting out and didn't have plans, like I didn't have most plans. So, oh, who's that? That's Parari. Oh, wow, I didn't realize she stood and turned. That is cool. What on earth? Oh my god, there's so much to look at. That's brilliant. Doesn't that look like a hand holding the ball? I kind of want to put mine there now. That's kind of genius. Yeah, so when I was first starting out, especially in, you know, in people starting out for housing, especially, those green plans, those blue plans that you find in so many amounts, and maybe the green plans aren't even worth anything anymore to you. Yes, the ones you find are ragged, but if you're starting out, that's okay. You know, when I started out, I had a table, I had a candle, and a chair, a stool. I didn't even have a chair, I had a stool. This is so cool. And somebody's trying to break in. But you could just open the door, dude. And as a newbie, even a worn rug would have looked nice. And that's how I got most of my clans. And then once I started getting repeat plans is when I said, oh, I guess I need a place to sell them. Where's the auction house? Yeah. That didn't quite work. And now I know better. That's cool. It's a little defense area. Lots of fun. All these things can be gotten through PvP, and I am not a PvP person. So, and I guess they're controlling it all from here. I mean, I guess as you get more advanced in the game and know more about it, perhaps it isn't as useful. But I did start with the easiest ones. The ones that are more hard are more profitable, generally. That's not bad, though. That's worth something. A skooma bubbler. I'm not going to check over there. It doesn't look like there's anything over there. Let's go inside. Yeah, I mean, you probably have money. I didn't have money when I first started. And I started three years ago, so you've been here way longer than me. Huh. I guess they made that with a hedge. Turned on its side. It makes it look very interesting. I like where they put the clock. Yes! Yes! Exactly! They got rid of that quest. That's not there anymore. Huh. And they've got all the different banners here. Oh, that's funny. I bought a table for that. Look at the feast up here. Oh, goodness. I guess you could do that. Why can't you have fires like that? I think it's probably a fire hazard, but... I'll show you a really good chest run after this, and then we'll do whatever, but I will show you. Oh, we have pathing. Pathing in here? Exactly. Allow me to show you what I use it for. Give me a moment. Is this the one I'm thinking of? Yeah. I don't know if you can see it, but these are the doors. You see the doors over there? They're my shades. They're like essentially, or my shutters. I use them as shutters. Yeah, that's where most of my money goes too. But yeah, so I use them as shutters. I also did actually use it as a door over here. So, that's all I got for that. But I do think they make really good shutters. What is that? Like a file cabinet? That's wild. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do a file cabinet before. It looks neat. Yeah, well, I mean, it wasn't a fake door. I used it as, you can't see the entrance because the entrance is on the side, but you can actually use it as a door, like an open door. But what surprises me is that they made the top rounded, which is really odd for something that we have so few spots that rounded items can fit into. If you're going to create your own build and do it by hand, you're not going to have a lot of rounded corners. You're going to have mostly square corners. So that was really odd to me that they made it that shape. I think they should have made it square. As nice as I like the rounded top, it doesn't quite fit. Whatever. I'm being a butt. Alright. Yes, good luck. I don't know if you'd find something like that. Alright, just give me a moment. And I'm going to show you a really good, oh, that's true. Gonna show you a really good chest run for money. And I'll be right back. Good morning, worm. I will be right back. Hopefully I have harvest map on. If I don't, I'm gonna punch myself. She's a smarty pants. She is a smart person. She doesn't give herself enough credit, but she really is. She's a smarty pants. All right. Oh yeah, I do have it on. Okay. So where you start is over here. Tenmar Temple. Yeah, but you thought of it afterwards. So this is generally what I tend to do is I'm going to skip it for now, but typically I start here. I'm going to show you just what I mean I skip. I hate those birds. I generally would start in here. You know how many times people tell me that I'm so smart because I recommend something to them that I happen to hear from someone else? I mean, it is what it is, but I don't know. I don't generally think I'm all that smart. But here is where what the hell, we have time. I'll show you. Hey, good morning, Draconis. This is where I would start. Now, what I want to tell you about this is ooh, I got a cured meat pile. The thing I wanted to tell you about this whole section is it's what we're looking at is we're looking for deconstruction items that we can deconstruct into shimmering sand. Shimmering sand still sells pretty good. It's 2,500 up. I think it actually has been, there was a spike in it for about 3,500, and I think it'll probably go up again when we get the antiquarian home and people are trying to furnish that. So keep in mind that that is what we're looking for, and we're going to find that through deconstructing items. And the best way to do that is to get a whole shit ton of items, and those come from chests generally. So we're gonna, this part is just for stealing for free because it's here, why not, right? Normally I would go inside the temple and do that too, but I'm just gonna get on the road after this. And we're gonna go to where I look for things. You may want to farm along the way. I generally don't, but you could. And so I start there, and then I drive on down to the corner of the map. You would want harvest map on because it'll show you where all the chests are that you've perhaps seen before, or the ones that you didn't think of, or whatever, you know. Ooh, a cornflower. I am going to stop for cornflower. We'll stop for cornflower. Alright, so here's the first one. This is a sack, if it's here. No. And then there's sometimes a chest here. No. And then, moving right along. right along. Which? Moving right along? It's a good philosophy. If you have moon sugar, it would be probably smarter to leave from moon sugar than what I'm doing, but whatever. If you want, you can take this little side road. You don't have to, but sometimes there's a chest here by these little tiggies. But there isn't. Somebody else must be doing the chest run. I'll show you when we get there. We're going to get there soon. Oh, we'll stop for cornflower, yes. Alright. You can kill these two guys if you do it right. No one will see. Where we're going is the very corner of the map where there are elves. There are Bosmer who are camped on their way to doing other things. And here's a chest. And you can usually drive past the mobs and not have to deal with them, but I just totally pulled them, so we're going to kill them. There's a couple of spots that you can't... Oh, I'm good. Thank you, though. I'm just waiting for... whatchamacallit? I'm just waiting for the antiquarian home, you know, at this point. I'm not going to build in the other homes. Now, don't get me wrong. This actually is going to require some fighting. I don't want to deny that to you. There is fighting along this route, but mostly you can get away without it. There's another chest here. The reason why there's no chest here right now is because somebody else is probably doing the run. Here's another one. But on your way to this corner piece, you'll find a few, but the real place that it starts, I'll show you when we get on the map. Get out of my way, jackasses. Here's another one. I see it, it's there. They're coming. Go away. Go away. Yeah, I thought so. And then there should be another one up here by this guy. So you just got to be careful to do a kind of a wide swing out because he's a troll. And we got a map. Those sell. And then get on my mount. Moon around the corner. There's another chest spot. There it is. It's there. See how many chests are in close quarters to one another? We're not even at the start of my chest run yet. So you can get a ton of stuff and then deconstruct it all and sell the different sand. This is probably more profitable than perhaps some of the other stuff I showed you the other day. But two good things. We've got the Psijic portal. If I can kill these fuckers. Go away, direwolf. And there's a cornflower. Come on. Come on. I suck, but don't embarrass me this much. And then a cornflower. And then you fall in the water after you just mounted, which is annoying. Now, you could probably get here faster by taking that other way shrine that you see north of me on the mini-map, but I don't do that because I much prefer hitting all of these spots along the way. There's so many different spots that you can hit that are worthwhile, but this is the place I'm telling you to start generally. This is where the elves are. And in addition to a heavy sack that's in the front, they also have places you can steal from if you feel like it. There's a trunk, jewelry box. And then there's sometimes a sack around here somewhere. I forget where. But there's an urn. Empty basket? Nothing. Crap. Alright, now we go on our hunt. And we head north. And you'll see there's a whole line on my mini-map that you can see and steal. I mean, pop. You don't even need to steal. You just pop these chests as you go. There's one. Not there. But they're not all gonna be there. Somebody's doing this probably. Here's a heavy sack along the way. Run away. Run away! There should be another one over there. I mean, if you come along and you're trying to do one of these runs and you notice that most of the chests aren't there, you may say, hey, I'll come back later when somebody's not doing it. You know, somebody hasn't just hit all the nodes. But since I'm showing it to you. Hello! And then you got. This one will require fighting if it's there. Yeah. If they see you, that is. And they did not. Now what I do is I start down there and I go all the way up to Cicatrice. Because what's nice about Cicatrice is like everything's free in Cicatrice. You can steal all the stuff in there. It has a lot of heavy sacks. And you're not actually stealing. And there is a chest there. So these guys I'm going to have to fight. Yeah. I don't actually have to fight them. I can just run away. Good morning, Wiggly Broccoli. Wiggly Broccoli. So we're doing this chest run, which is all along the side of Northern Elsewhere, on the left-hand side. Starting at the bottom of the map, going all the way up, you can usually find chests all along the route. And I'll show it to you a little more clearly after we grab this particular chest over here. But here you go. See this? We start down here and you go all the way up. Look at it along the left. See how many, there's chests, all these chests in a long line. I had to start back by Tenmar Temple, so we started back here. We hit these, all these 6 in a row. All of these going up this wall, and you know, and even these if we want. You can go all the way up. And what I find is, you know, when I'm done and I deconstruct everything, I usually have plenty of sands out of everything. And that sells for some decent money. If you can bear to part with them, because speaking as someone who builds things, sometimes it's difficult to part your little, you part yourself from, there's another one if it was there, part yourself from actually giving up this stuff, you know? It could be hard. Oops. Meant to not go in this part, but oh well. Why are you ashamed? That's exactly why I'm telling people to do this run, is because they can get all of those sands here. That is exactly the point. I have all of the points put into it, and I do force lock. With all of the points in it, your force lock can be really fast. Now, I can also do I'm really good at the picking, but for the sake of doing this, I would rather just use the force lock, even if that means that I'm going to lose a bunch of lock picks when I fail. It doesn't really bother me too much to lose the lock picks. It's not the end of the world. No problem. And this is what I mean about cicatrice. So we're now in the area of cicatrice. Look at all these sacks we can just loot for free. So if you go from that place I showed you all the way up, you can then end in cicatrice by, or at least, you know, right outside of that area, and basically take whatever you want. They don't care. And yeah, so that's why I'm saying if you want to get the sands, this would be a good plan. This is a good way to do it. This is a good way to make some money right now. But secondly, if you were wanting to get the vile coagulants, I can show you how to do that as well. But the problem is it's harder to do. There aren't as many spots to get them. Whereas this, you just have 1,000,000,001. I mean, look at all these chests we had coming up. You know? That's true. They could be dropping more. You really just have to do the reliquary remnants for Harrow's Storm. And I was buying them for cheap is what I was getting at. I find a lot of people don't know the value, and if you catch them quick enough, you can usually end up taking it for a cheap ass price. But you would probably have to do Harrow Storms if you really want to get them on your own, as opposed to buying and flipping. How the hell do I get over there again? Oh, like this. But for this, you can just do chest runs, and that's cool to me. Ah. No chest here. There's usually a chest here, but this time there isn't. Sadness. I mean, I don't see it happening because, I mean, maybe if you see, like, if you consider what, well, I don't really need the knowledge points, so that's fine, but when you're maxed out like me, you know, it doesn't really matter. But I would prefer to just get it over with. Make it happen fast and leave. And then that's pretty much the end of it, but yeah, I don't bother with it myself, to be honest with you. That's why this is much more, for money reasons, this is much more reliable and more likely to yield sands for you when you deconstruct everything. See, I don't always get it. No chest here. And then there's a whole dearth of chests where you don't get any for the longest time. And I usually give up right around here, you know, because there's no more chests to really pop. But if you're hardcore, you might drive all the way up to Starhaven. And there they have some free stuff to steal. I'm just being lazy at this point. So there you go. That was the chest run I was going to tell you about. There's also trove runs, which aren't as profitable, but when you need the... Okay, I'll see you later, Ula. If you need the troves for the counterfeits, I mean, I regularly do trove runs, and the main one is Hadron's Caravan because there's 1,000,001 troves around there. But the second one is actually oh, hello, is actually I find it to be the Rift. The Rift has a lot of troves. And that's that. That's all I got. Alright, I'm gonna call it, and I will see you guys later. Have a good one. Let me move you over to somebody else. Creator dashboard. I'm going to drop you off with Hammy, because I love me some Hammy. He's not doing ESO, but neither is anyone else I follow right now. So he's just a really chill guy, a really chill streamer, and he's a great person. He's a great human being. So going through some rough times, so show him some love. He is a friend. So we're gonna go. See you later, guys. I love you all.